democracies of Europe with great economic aid. In Korea, we met communist force with force of our own. While at home, we were fighting a Cold War.
One communist on the faculty of one university is one communist too many.
Under Senator McCarthy, freedom once again came under a cloud at home.
I am not and never have been a member of the Communist Party. I have never...
Americans found themselves attacked for their political beliefs.
I stand on my rights under the Fifth Amendment to the Constitution.
The Constitution provided some protection, but not enough. Rumor and hearsay cost people their jobs, their reputation. Looking back on that time, historians say it was one of the darkest periods in the life of the Constitution. Americans punished without trial, attacked for demanding their constitutional rights. At the same time, there were some other Americans who were rightly claiming they never received the full blessings of liberty.
The Constitution was about to be reinterpreted again. One little girl and one judicial activist. He was, it seems, a simple man, as bland and straight and square as the time in which he lived. President Eisenhower needed a new Chief Justice, a solid, middle-of-the-roader, someone who would not rock the boat. Earl Warren seemed tailor-made. But Warren was not what he appeared. Under the Chief Justice's leadership, together with a third grader from Kansas, Linda Brown, the court gave new meaning to the blessings of liberty. Linda Brown lived near Sumner Elementary, a school reserved for the white children of Topeka. Every morning, she went the other way, across the tracks, to the all-black school.
My parents would try to explain to me that you're a black child. You're in Negro town, you cannot go to that school.
Linda Brown's mother.
I told Linda that it was the color of our skin, that people did not believe that we were, in fact, as good as they were. We were inferior, they thought.
Separate but equal, the old legacy of Plessy versus Ferguson, it was still the law of the land. And all too many people still had a stereotyped view of blacks. But a growing number of black Americans refused to sing along. The novelist Ralph Ellison captured the mood of mounting frustration among blacks.
I am an invisible man. No, I'm not a spook like those who haunted Edgar Allan Poe. Nor am I one of your Hollywood movie ectoplasms. I am a man of substance, of flesh and bone. I might even be said to possess a mind. I am invisible, understand, simply because people refuse to see me.
Linda Brown's father decided it was time to be seen and heard. On a bright September morning in 1950, he led his daughter to the forbidden doors of the all-white elementary school.
I remember the school being very large, the steps being very tall, and we walked inside. My father spoke with the secretary and said he was there to enroll his child. He immediately went inside and got the principal.
Frank Wilson was the principal of Sumner Elementary.
Being a company man, I followed board policy. I knew that I was going to say your attendance area is not Sumner, but is whatever Monroe, as I recall. And they knew that I was going to refuse their enrollment. That was the opening scene of the play.
Backed by the NAACP, the Browns took their case to Topeka Federal Court. They lost. The NAACP appealed to the U.S. Supreme Court. In public, the Warren Court was the image of serenity, but privately, the 9 justices were deeply divided on the question of race.
You have to understand the mood of the court at the time that Warren came to the court. It was not good.
Barrett Prettyman was a law clerk at the Supreme Court.
The extraordinary impact that the new Chief Justice had was in drafting something in a relatively short space of time, which suddenly was acceptable virtually to everyone.
Earl Warren held out for a unanimous vote in the Linda Brown case, and finally he got it.
I was in the wings on the side of the court. Some clerks had only been alerted at the last minute that they better be in the courtroom. And then the Chief Justice began to read.
To come then to the question presented. The segregation of children in public schools solely on the basis of race, even though the physical facilities and other tangible factors may be equal, deprive the children of the minority group of equal